Welcome everyone. Japanese lawmakers are looking at bills which could have significant impacts on the cryptocurrency industry in Japan. Will they be a blessing or a curse for Japan and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole? The Japanese lawmaker Takeshi Fujimaki, who is a representative of the political party Nippon Ishin, has come out saying that the country's tax system should not crush the future of digital currencies and blockchain technology. And he has recommended 4 amendments to help promote the wider spread of virtual currency into society. The 4 proposals are as follows. Number 1, a separate tax rate of 20% for cryptocurrency gains instead of the current maximum of 55%. 55%! What the duck? That is absolutely crazy. Anyway, this would bring cryptocurrency investing more in line with the way that stocks and mutual funds are treated and taxed. Number 2, make it possible to carry forward losses on crypto trading to make the system fairer. That is actually a really powerful rule if passed, and would again make crypto more similar to traditional investments. Number 3, remove the tax on trading between cryptocurrencies. Currently, if you, for example, trade Bitcoin for Ethereum and make a profit on that, you need to pay tax. His proposal would remove that tax, meaning that you only pay when cashing out fiat. This would be a massive boon to Japanese crypto investors and to the whole trading industry as a whole. The 4th proposal would remove the tax on making small payments in cryptocurrencies. This is particularly important, for example, when you go to a restaurant and pay for your lunch. This would be massive in terms of adoption and in encouraging people to spend their cryptocurrencies, because as it is, currently you need to basically pay tax twice when you make a purchase using crypto. Once for the crypto tax and again for the sales tax. And that's not very attractive. This is the 2nd time that Mr. Fujimaki has brought forward crypto-friendly tax proposals to the Japanese parliament. Let us hope that his initiative will not be so casually disregarded this time as it was previously. But until we see a signed bill passed into law, this is just a proposal. And until we actually see these changes happening, cryptocurrency enthusiasts in Japan will continue to suffer under an unfair tax regime, which is overly burdensome. On to something perhaps more concrete, though. The Japanese Financial Services Agency is set to launch updated regulations on the initial coin offering market. A nice little reminder that the American SEC is not the most important thing in the world, and that outside of America doesn't really mean that much. The FSA has been holding ICO study groups to assess the best way to handle ICO regulation, citing the need to weed out fraudulent offerings. The FSA, instead of creating completely new rules, is looking to widen the application of 2 existing laws. The first applicable law is the Payment Services Act, and the other is called the Financial Instruments and Exchange Act. Now, this second one in particular provides a regulatory framework for securities and for securities companies in Japan. The new scope of the regulations would include the need for things like disclosure, financial health screening of ICOs being offered, and the regulation of the distribution channels for tokens, as well as possibly limiting the amount of money that investors can commit to any given ICO. Anyone wanting to hold an ICO in Japan will also need to be registered with the FSA. Essentially, the FSA wants to let ICOs happen, but in a way which helps investors to better ascertain the trueness of an ICO without causing too much trouble for the ICO itself. But this may end up impacting the number of Japanese ICOs which are being launched and potentially limit the ability for Japanese investors to participate in a wider range of foreign ICOs. Well, it appears that this is the direction the FSA is heading. It still needs to get approval from Parliament and is likely going to be subject to at least some form of revision before we see a final bill. Overall, while many do not like the idea of government regulations, this will actually be a good thing to help provide more clarity and hopefully increase the number of high quality and legitimate offerings available to investors in Japan. It appears that Japanese lawmakers are continuing to stay at the forefront of the crypto regulation scene. If all of the rules discussed here are passed, this would be a great indicator for the future of cryptocurrency in Japan, which is currently, of course, one of the crypto-friendliest countries anyway. Other countries and regulatory bodies could certainly learn a thing or two from the Japanese. But you will let me know what you think about these impending regulatory proposals in Japan down below in the comment section. Thumbs up the video if you're new around here. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with what is happening in crypto. Hit the bell down below to find out when I drop a new video. Come and join the conversation over on Twitter. You guys are awesome. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.